Good morning, Squirrel Tribe 2.0. How you guys doing? Happy Saturday. So look, I'm out here for the dog to go use the doggy potty. He's somewhere. There he is. Can you see him? He's just sliding by. There's Maxie Poo. Out here so he can use the potty, but I brought myself a little snack. Look, I made myself a blueberry English muffin and I put butter on it. And as you can see, the butter has left the building. It's all over the paper towel instead. But I have to eat something. I'm trying to get the paper to go back over. I have to eat something so I can take this little joker, you know, the post-dental antibiotic, couldn't think of the word. But I got one of these at Whole Foods yesterday. I don't know if you guys have had this one. I thought it was going to taste like green. And when I say that, I'm sure you understand exactly what I'm talking about. But it's actually ridiculously good. I think it's because they put so much orange and mango and pineapple to kind of overpower the taste of the spinach, the romaine, the celery, and the cucumber. There was one that had spirulina in it, but I can't do the spirulina. I've tried it, and it tastes like what I assume eating baby doodoo would taste like. It is just very, very not delicious, so I couldn't do that. So I'm going to drink some of this, and then, of course, obviously, you gotta wash it down with water. So I'm going to do all this while the dog does the doggy business. Then my mom's coming over, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go eat lunch in this place called Dewey Destin's in Navarre, which is one of our favorite places to go eat, because it's right on the water, right by the bridge, where it goes from, like, the Mary Esther, whatever, Navarre area over into like Navarre on the water area that then leads you into Pensacola Beach, like on the water. It's just beautiful. I love it over there. I'll show you guys when we get there. My mom should be here soon. I am done getting ready. I've done something different with my hair today. I don't know if you guys can kind of see what I've got going on here. I don't know how to really show you that, but my hair is kind of, the front gets like greasy early. Don't know why. I just washed it. Today's Saturday, so I did this on Thursday. I washed and dried my hair on Thursday. And already, because I guess I touch my hair so damn much, which is why I normally like to live in a bun or a ponytail, right, ladies? I'm sure you know what I mean. It gets like kind of greasy here, so the easiest thing to do is to pull it back. But into a regular ponytail, I look special. We both know it. I look special with a high ponytail or a regular ponytail because my hair is too short for it. It looks funny. So I did this thing because I was watching TikTok. For those of you who don't know, I'm over on TikTok now, SquirrelTribe 2.0, super easy to find. But I was watching TikTok, and they were saying, you know, pull part of your hair back into like this weird little, start like a ponytail, and then like pull it halfway through, but then wait, stop, don't do it all the way, and then put like a clip on it, which, again, I don't know if you guys can see that, because I can't see what y'all can see. Wait, maybe if I did like that, maybe? I don't know. So I did that, and I think it actually looks pretty decent. I walked out, and I asked the kid, I said, hey, will you be seen in public with me like this? She's like, yeah, no, it's good. It works. And then she walked away. So either she was sparing my feelings or she meant it. But either way, this is the plan hair-wise for today. It is what it is. Gonna take my medicine, let the dog in because now he's standing there. Maxie Poo, huh? He's ready to come back inside because he wants his food. And I'll see you guys in a minute. So my mama just showed up. I'm sitting out here and I get a text that says, coming in, because she knows the code to the front door. Hi, lady. How you doing?
How are you?
Good. Is the man still out here? No, he was out here doing his little gross leg thingy. The kid's getting ready somewhere.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
You guys want to see who's even more excited than anybody else to see Gigi? Maxie Poo. You want to see Gigi? Come on. Go. He's gonna haul booty. He's faster than I am. He gets so excited. He says, love me. Love me. Love me.
There's a little black dog. He looks like he could be lab, but he's not. He's got some terrier or something, and he's really small. And his name is Hemi.
Hemi?
And he wiggles and wiggles, and he wiggles so much he wiggled out of his harness yesterday.
Oh.
It was too big for him anyway. But so I took one of Bitsy's over there to him and gave it to him yesterday.
Bitsy's her little doggy. Her little dog too. Reminds me of something like Toto from What's His Face, but if Toto was white and a completely different dog. So now it's just a waiting game for the kid to finish getting ready and the man to finish getting ready. But while we finish waiting, these two are going to sit here and do whatever they do. But I've been looking through this thing all morning. Remember I told you guys about this cookbook that I downloaded. I paid to download, and then I spent money to print it out because I prefer like the doing all this. And I was looking through it, and there was one here, this thing. I think I'm going to try this for breakfast, the sausage, egg cheese toasters, because it seems pretty dang easy, but 2 hash brown patties, so like the frozen ones you can get at Walmart or whatever place, and then some low calorie, low carb tortillas, which I guess I don't know if it's the big ones or the little ones, because it doesn't say what size, but I assume it's more of the bigger ones than the little ones. But you do that, you get 4 of those and you mix your eggs and your whatever and you smush it all down. And then she says you put it on the tortilla, like imagine like a circle. You put everything in the tortilla and then you like fold the insides in and then you like flip it over so it fits down inside your toaster. Once I make it, obviously I'll show you guys as I make it, but I think this will be breakfast one day this week because it seems super simple to do, to make for the kid also, so she can eat it in the car on the way to school or whatever else, because anything we can do easier that doesn't involve going through a Starbucks drive-thru or a Chick-fil-A drive-thru makes me happy. So I gotta brush my teeth before we go because, you know, I got them all done. I'd like them to stay kind of sort of clean and whatnot and get all the coffee off the bottom. That's just the gap. You see the gap there? I can stick my tongue through the damn thing. Anyway, I told you guys I got the toothbrush, right? Which one is this? I kept the box. Ladies, gentlemen, always keep the box in case either 1, you hate it, or 2, it craps itself. That way you can return it. So this is the one I got, right? And I've been using it a couple days. So I downloaded the app, number one. I downloaded the Oral-B app. And you can track how often you brush your teeth. You can change the color on this thing. I changed it to pink because, hello. Or did I do teal? Pink or teal? Let's see, hold on. Teal. So I put it to teal. When I'm brushing my teeth, it'll turn green if I'm in the right like pressure mode, and then it goes back to teal when I'm not, so that visually, if I'm like crossing my eyes to look at it, you know. So I try to brush my teeth in front of the mirror, which feels weird watching yourself brush your teeth, but anyway, it changes colors to let you know if you're doing it right or not. But I track it on the app. So I hit start on the brush my teeth now part of the app, which I would show you, but you know, I'm recording with the same phone that I use for the app. So I hit the track it whatever now, and then when I'm done, it's like, did your gums bleed? And I'm like, no. And it's like, hooray. Like, it's a great thing that my gums didn't bleed, which I guess is a great thing. And then it's like, did you floss? And I'm like, yes. And then it's like, did you clean your tongue? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't use this to clean my tongue. That's weird to me, to use your toothbrush to clean your tongue. So I have one of those Oral-B tongue scrapers. Is it Oral-B? Yeah. Aura brush, whatever the crap that means. I got it at Target for like $4. And I swap them out every 3 months. And then so when I'm done brushing my teeth, while the toothpaste is still in my mouth, and I don't know if this is weird or not, I scrub the crap out of my tongue. Ladies, fellas, if you ever go a little too far back, you're gonna know if you have a gag reflex or not, if you haven't figured it out already. So I've been brushing my teeth with this thing, and when I get to the 2 teeth that I feel are kind of loose, or that are kind of loose, I know for a fact that I turn into a little chicken shit because I take the pressure off and it goes from green to blue, and I know my toothbrush wants to be like, really? Same place every single time, ma'am? Top and bottom? What are we doing here? And even though I put it on sensitive, like they have modes, sensitive, gum cleaning, whitening, clean zone, extra sensitive, I still feel like it's up there just vibrating the crap out of the root of the tooth. So that very back one here, and then this one here, they get kind of wiggly. I'm like, very, very, very little pressure because I don't want to do it. But they tell you, listen, they tell you, put your toothpaste on here, right? Okay. So you put your toothpaste on, which I'm using. I've been going back and forth for the longest between this Parodontax, whatever it's called, active gum repair, right? And this one, the gum detoxify. Now, a lot of people say use Tom's, right? Or is that the mouthwash? A lot of them have coconut oil. And for those of you who are new here, coconut oil plus I equals death. So we don't use anything with coconut oil in the mouthful area, right? Anything ingestible, we're not doing it, boo-boo, because I don't want to die from coconuts. No, I don't. So I've been using these 2, but I know there's probably better options out there. The dentist lady, little girl, woman, the second one who did my teeth cleaning, she didn't do as good. I told you that on the left side as the other girl on the right side. Anyway, she said that she picks a toothpaste with the highest amount of fluoride in it because it's great for your teeth. You know, she doesn't agree with fluoride in water, which that's a whole thing. But I realized, I'm like, well, you're not supposed to swallow your toothpaste, so obviously you shouldn't really be ingesting fluoride. But again, whole different topic. So I'm trying to figure out, do I want to find a toothpaste that has more fluoride, right? Or do I want a toothpaste that's more natural that doesn't have fluoride? Like how do we do this? From what I learned, or I think I learned, because I heard somebody say it, so obviously it must be true. I think Abraham Lincoln said, anything you see on the internet is the truth. Said something about how fluoride was first found in Ohio in the water. They couldn't figure out why these certain people in this one part of Ohio had like the perfect teeth and never had any issues. And then they realized it's because there was fluoride in the waters. And then that's how fluoride got put into everything, because they were like, let's be like the Ohioans. Is that how you say it? Ohioans? That feels right. So I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't even bother to look it up. I was like, sounds nice. It's a good little story. I like it. So I went with it mentally. And so since then, a lot of people have been yay or nay on the fluoride thing. But either way, I'm trying to figure out what I should do toothpaste-wise. Stick with these or go for a more natural or a higher fluoride content. Y'all let me know what you think because I am curious. But this is what I do. Because it says, do not start this until it gets in your mouth. No, we're not doing that today, Michelle. Because once you put this on here and you put the water on it, which normally, I don't know how you do your toothbrush, boo-boo, but you wet it, then you toothpaste it, then you wet it again. I did it wrong today just for time-saving purposes for video production, right? So the toothbrush has the paste upon it, and then you wet said toothbrush. Now, because it's an electric one, if I were to hit this power button right now, where do you think the toothpaste is gonna go? You think it's gonna cling onto the toothbrush head for dear life? No, it's gonna splatter all over my bathroom and look like some weird crime scene from SVU or whatever. So it is now time to brush my teeth. We're not gonna do this together. I love y'all, but we don't need to do that. So I'm gonna brush them and then I'll see you in a second. All right, so we're headed to Navarre, but in order to get to Navarre, there's my mom, kid, bestie, hi. In order to get to Navarre, we have to go through the harbor of Destin. And I just want to show you guys, because I talk about all these places all the time, but you guys have never really seen it. So we are driving through now, and there's all these random little places over here that we don't really go to. Probably the lowest scored Taco Bell you've ever seen in your entire life, except for the one in, I think Crestview. There was one of them that had like a 1 point something. But this is Beauchamp's. This is where we always go. We love this place. You can see it's Saturday. It is, what time is it? 12 o'clock, and it is packed already. And then random whatevers. But that down there, right up there, that's the Emerald Grand. Is that right? Emerald, I think it's called Emerald Grand. We actually stayed there last Thanksgiving or the one before, I can't remember, when our friends came down from Nashville. We stayed there with them so that we could all fit in one space because it was too cramped in the apartment to have everybody. So we stayed there, and it was like hella cheap because it was November and nobody really goes to the beach in November, December, right? So we stayed there. Oh, side note, Harbor Tavern, my other favorite place in the world, is, did we pass it already? We might have passed it already because I'm really bad at remembering where we are. Yeah, we already passed it. Anyway, not a big deal. Fat Boys is really good. They have really good wings for anybody who comes here. But we stayed there, and we could see the fireworks, and you're right on the harbor, because technically the harbor is right through there, and they have all this shopping. There's a Coyote Ugly that we've never been to. We keep saying we're going to go, but we know a lot of the females that probably work there, and that'd just be weird watching them shake their tuchus up on a stage or a bar, so we haven't done that. But this is McGuire's. Y'all, if you ever come to Destin, you must go to McGuire's. For some reason, an Irish pub at the beach is one of the most popular places, but I know you guys have seen it before, but I'm gonna show it to you again. This is Crab Island. Today is what, August 23rd, so it's still summertime for people up north. There's the harbor over there, whatever, but this is the whole point in living here, in my personal opinion, is to see the water. I don't really like Crab Island that much myself because that's a lot of water that people are standing in and peeing in for a really long time, and it's very shallow, and I don't want your pee around my ankles. There's a lot of jellyfish too, depending, but it's kind of cool watching everybody kind of hang out, all the different boats and tikis and stuff that pulls up. You guys, let me see if I can zoom. Can you see the little tiki looking ones with the thatchy little roofs? Those are ones that you can rent. Y'all, you rent, and it comes with its own captain, and you can get completely drunk if you want, and they will just boat you around on that little thing. But anyway, I wanted you to see that. Now back to the trip to Dewey Destin's. So the other kind of cool part about going to Dewey Destin's is that we pass Hurlburt Field, which is very hard for me to say for unknown reasons. And sometimes also you notice the watermarks here on the windshield. There's rain. I did not expect rain to go out to eat where we're going, but this is Hurlburt Field, and sometimes you'll see those big ass, like really dark airplanes taking off and landing and stuff. They actually take off and land from over here sometimes, and that's right right by the water. But it's just kind of neat because we're near Eglin Air Force Base, and you get to see some of the planes. And of course today, not a single janky plane for me to show you. I was trying to get the actual sign for Hurlburt Field. I really have to slow it down every single time to show y'all, but my fat sausage finger thumbs would not open the camera in time. So there are planes this way. Look, y'all can see through the window here, because I'm not rolling this window down. But it's just fun to drive by here and see all this stuff. We went to the Old Plane Museum somewhere in like Crestview or Valparaiso or whatever a couple years ago before we moved here with my mom and Kevin's mom, Janini, and went and looked at all the old planes, and it was really neat. It is on the left. Oh. Alrighty, so we drove, y'all, it's right here, babe, left. He does this every time. It's always at the light across from the Winn-Dixie. But we drove literally 34 miles to get here to go to Dewey Destin's. And when I checked the weather, it was supposed to be super sunny and glorious. Then it started sprinkling and there were black clouds everywhere. But now that we're here, it looks like the sun's coming back out, which is good because I want to sit outside. Let me show you guys the view. Alright, so here's Dewey Destin's, but before we go in, we watched them build this thing over the last couple years. Not this car, obviously, they didn't build the car. But this thing here, the little rope course thingy, there's actually people on it right now. I keep telling myself I'm gonna do it, and then I, chicken shit out and I don't ever do it. Not today, maybe next time. Alright, so I'll show you guys the outside in just a minute. Right now, though, I'm gonna show you the gumbo fries that we have ordered. Look, these things are friggin' delicious. Every once in a while we get crinkle fries. Sometimes it's regular fries, but it's the gumbo with the cheese and the side of sour cream, and it is delicioso. The rest of the food will be out in just a second. That could be ours. That's a whole lot of food coming out. Could be ours. Alright, he got fried shrimp. She's getting some chicken baskets over here. Thank you so much. It's hot bug. There you go. Some ranch and oh, sorry, can't see your phone. Grilled shrimp is gonna go that way to her. Y'all, we got so much food. Their portions are huge. I almost wanted to get the red potatoes. Mine comes with fries. Ooh, butter. And as last but not least, thank you so much. And the coleslaw is the best. Thank you.
Anything else?
I'm good. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, you can also have these oysters because not an option for me. Not happening anytime soon. Well, because I wanted the shrimp and the fish, but I did not want the oysters. So I figured I'd give her the oysters, steal a potato, and steal maybe one of her shrimp later too. Now y'all may think I'm weird. I love me a hush puppy. I used to put ketchup on hush puppies, but now I'm all about a mixture. We need just a little bit of tartar sauce and a little bit of cocktail sauce, and then that's what you eat. Of course, we all have leftovers, me more than anybody. If I can open this up. I still have some fish and some shrimp, and then I took the rest of the gumbo fries and hush puppy, and she's got some tendies left, and she's got some potatoes left. But then they gave us a whole thing of to-go tartar and cocktail sauce, so I feel like my day is made because this stuff is delicious. All right, so there's normally another door that's open up. Man, it's bright. She beat me out here. Is the sand hot? Uh-huh.
It was okay for a minute, then I got, oh shit.
What did you just do? Oh yeah, the metal, the stairs, all of it, lady. It's like it's your first time at the beach. It's not even the beach, but the sand. See? But I didn't. I'm leaving my shoes on. But this is what I wanted to show y'all before she burned the crap out of her feet. This is where we normally come hang out. We normally sit out here. They have the bounce house little area for all the kids. They have the rental pontoons. They have that out there. Well, that's somebody's different. But this is normally where we'd like to be when it's nice and a little less sunny. But they do have umbrellas. These tables used to be turned a different direction. They've changed the height of them, but then they've added some chairs so you can sit there and look at the water. But down there's the bridge that goes into Navarre Beach part. So this is our absolute favorite spot. All right, so now we are done with lunch and I am so full that I can barely breathe. I feel like a puffer fish and I feel like, this kind of thing here, but it was definitely worth it. And since we're all so full, we have another stop to make for dessert because, what's a lunch without a dessert, right? So there might be a small hiccup in the plan. This one will be very mad at me if that is the case. We were supposed to go to Crumble Cookie and get this Dubai chocolate, this Dubai chocolate cookie that has been on the menu for the week. And we were gonna go on one day and then that got messed up. So then we were gonna go another day and that didn't work. And then we were gonna go yesterday, but she got a ride with her friend's mom. So we didn't go yesterday. So we were gonna go today and she just checked online and they're all sold out. But there happens to be a weird Crumble Cookie cart right across from Dewey Destin. So let's hope that this is fate and they have the cookie she wants. Well, fate is a fickle bitch because no Dubai cookie, so this one's probably not gonna talk to me for a week. All right, so since Crumble got all messed up, we decided we're gonna stop for some coffee, and we were gonna go to Causeway Coffee, which is one of our favorite places. Today is actually their 2-year anniversary of being open, but we are in downtown Fort Walton right this second. Technically it's considered downtown. There's a new coffee place here called Beach Weekend that we're gonna try to go into, and I'm pretty sure it's right up here, maybe on the right. I could be wrong. We don't really know where it's at. We're just walking around a lot. Oh, that's cute. Dine-in restaurant coming soon, the little griddle. I like that. 3 dogs and a chick. I don't even know what this is. This is new. This is cute. I like it. Hookah, no. All right, we're gonna try to find this place and go get some coffee. So right here was actually our very first experience with Moss Coffee at their Fort Walton Beach location before we started going to hello? Hi, how you doing? Before we started going to the one in Destin. And down there where you see the pink flaggy thingy, that's where we're headed, to this new coffee place called Beach Weekend. Totally off topic, but they had these artists go through on both sides of the streets over here in downtown Fort Walton and paint the manhole covers so that they looked cooler, which I think is really, really neat. So we saw boat, that's where we got our blow up kayaks you guys have seen on the channel probably like a year and some change ago. And we just passed the boat store. They actually started here in Fort Walton Beach, if I remember correctly. And they have a massive sale going on right now back there at their store. But it says all sales are final. So now I'm kind of curious if they're going out of business, because why else would you say massive discounts, all sales final? Because they actually got sued by Yeti because the boat cups have like a Yeti property to them, like with the magnetization or something. So that's interesting. Oh, hold on. So here's the new place we're going into. We drove by it one day, and visually from the outside, it just looked cool as shit. So we decided we'd go in and hi, how you doing? Oh, it's really big in here. Look at that. Wake up to a beach weekend every day. Oh, this is nice. You guys know how much I love t-shirts and sweatshirts and coffee cups and stuff. I love their colors. Like, these are legit my colors, y'all. These are SquirrelTribe 2.0 colors. So we might, if I taste the coffee and I like the coffee, I might have to get a mug. Y'all know I have mugs from everywhere. I've got Crackings, I have Two Birds. I'm about to go get one from Causeway. I don't think Moss has coffee mugs yet. But yeah, let's try this now. All right, so I guess if I like the cold brew, I might have to buy a bag of coffee to take home since we have the grinder and we have the Mocha Master, and try this whole thing out. So Kevin likes dark coffee. I prefer lighter coffee. And I think the lighter is supposed to have more caffeine, if I remember correctly what Teddy from Moss taught me. Maybe I'm fully incorrect here, but I feel like that has more caffeine than the rest of them. Unless this is the caffeine level, or does this mean the darkness level? Look, this is me trying to learn coffee. I feel like this is the darkness level of the bean. So, right? Right. So I need to learn more. But I like the way this bag looks too. Ooh, for me. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. This is what I get. I did the cold brew and I got a little bit of vanilla and some half and half in it. Now we're gonna go test it out. All right, here is the moment of truth. We're gonna make a mess. We're gonna put the straw in. We're gonna do it like a little twirly thing, and then we're gonna try this. Hold on. Delicious. Look, I looked over here and I saw this and I thought this was Taco Bell sauce at first. Thankfully it's honey, but they do have Texas Pete. Heaven forbid you mix these two up and put the wrong thing in your coffee. Bad idea. All right, so I've got my iced coffee, well, cold brew technically. She got a Vietnamese iced coffee, which comes with sweetened condensed milk in it. That thing is super sweet, like diabetes. And she's also trying to convince me that because she couldn't get a Dubai crumble cookie, that I should apologize by buying her a dog. I'm sure it's an amazing dog. But guess what we're not getting today? Said puppy. Y'all, so this one's over here. I'm thinking we're just here to have coffee and chill and relax, but she's over here filling out applications for her very first job. Oh, now you shy, ma'am? Oh. Okay, so she's over here filling out job applications, and then over here, the dog, everybody has surrounded the dog. You just got one of those little puppuccino thingies. I was trying to show him without showing all the people, but he's hard to see. Look how freaking cute he is. Max is obviously cuter, but he is adorbs.
A Harley Quinn one because it has like gray, brown, and black spots on it, and sometimes white, and it's really cute.
We're still talking about dogs because we just got to pet the really cute one on the inside there. Super soft. So it's time to leave, and the second we look outside, it is raining. So the man, being as generous and loving and awesome as he is, has decided to go get the car for us somewhere down there. But thankfully there is a parking lot, so I'll just pull it here, and we are under cover, so we're safe down here. Well, the goal for today was to be done with errands and being outside the house and just stay home now that we are home. My mom has left already. The kid is in her room holed up because that's where teenagers go when they've had way too much time with their parents. The man is doing some computer work right now, and I was going to sit my lazy ass on the couch on a Saturday afternoon and do not a damn thing except for scroll around on my computer and wherever I wanted to go and watch some really stupid rom-com, maybe gross-com on TV, but instead the kid went out to get the dog food for Max to give him some food, and she comes back into the house and she goes, one of y'all's gonna have to do this because I'm not sticking my hand in bugs. And I'm like, ma'am, little ma'am, I'm gonna need a little bit more information from you. And she said, well, I opened up the container where the dog food is and there's like bugs in it. So of course Kevin goes out there and checks it and comes back in. He goes, well, looks like we need new dog food in a new container. And then he goes to Grok and he asks Grok, why would there be bugs inside the food? And Grok said, well, it probably was already in the bag when you got the bag, and it's probably, you know, messed up from the warehouse and a moth and a whatever else. So now I'm taking my happy butt back out solo though, because I'm gonna put on some Bluetooth and jam out to whatever music I want. It could be Hotel California. That is a high possibility. It could be Four Non-Blondes, and it could be, what else am I in the mood for? Maybe some country. We might listen to some Fancy by Reba. Maybe throw in a little Alan Jackson. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do, but I do know I will be coming back with a new bag of food or a new something for the dog and a new container to put said food into. And then I will finally get on the couch and hang out. And then I got to cook dinner. And then I got to wash dishes. And then I need to put up some clothes. And then I need to do all these other things. But I'm going to get an hour of do nothing time because I want to. And there's nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen, to spend an hour just doing not a damn thing if that's what you would like to do for yourself. I spend all day long, all weekend long, all the time feeling guilty if I'm not doing something. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit on the couch and do nothing for an hour, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I tell myself I might, but I feel like I should always be doing something. There's no way I'm the only one who feels that way. I'm pretty sure most moms or dads or spouses in general feel that they should always be doing something, unless I am crazy and you're like, ma'am, no, you're doing too much, which is a possibility. Either way, off we go. Squirrel Tribe 2.0. I love y'all immensely. Thank you for hanging out with me and my family today for all the randomness that was this Saturday, which I enjoyed immensely, and I hope you did too. I will see you guys again maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, because I want to talk to you about other stuff and show you some stuff. But for now, I'm Dunsky. I love y'all. Goodbye. Adios.